Well, it is a beautiful look at the skyline in this mighty city. It is indeed the cradle of sports in Canada. The town is Montreal. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am Paul and I'm so happy and so glad you can join me today in this improvised studio for another video on my YouTube channel. And today we'll be talking about what is happening in the NHL, guys. What's happening with Montreal Canadiens? Oh my day. What is happening with these guys? They are playing out of their minds, guys. They are winning game after game pretty much since December 27th. They are the best team in the NHL since December 27th. It has been absolutely amazing streak of the team of Martin St. Louis. And it has been amazing, guys. So in this video, we'll talk about Montreal Canadiens. Can they make it all the way to the playoffs? Can they make a big comeback? They are almost there. Currently, as I'm recording this, just 1 point away from playoff spot. These Montreal Canadiens, they are pretty good, right? So let's just go through some teams that they were able to beat recently. They beat Dallas, obviously, this last time. Today, actually tonight, on Saturday, it will be a big game in Bell Center. They will be playing against Maple Leafs. That's a big one. But they have beaten Utah recently, Washington, Vancouver, Colorado, Tampa, Vegas, Florida as well. These are the last four Stanley Cup champions: Florida, Vegas, Tampa, Colorado, and they have beaten them all. It's Montreal on quite some roll right now, and you can see right now the stats from our friends at TSN. Thank you very much to them for providing this. And since December 27th, they are actually first in points in all of the NHL. Points percentage absolutely off the charts. 850, and goals for per game 3.2. That's pretty darn good, tied for 7th. But look at that goals against, guys. Look at that goals against, 2.0. Only one team better than Montreal in this stretch since December 27th in goals against per game, and that has to do with one guy especially. And penalty kill, pretty darn good as well, 84.4. In their last 10 games, 8-1-1. Out of their last 10 games, they have lost only one in regulation. Amazing stats for Montreal. If there some Montreal fans out there, they should be really proud of this team, and what a stretch it has been for Montreal Canadiens recently. And we have to look also at some 23-year-old goaltender from Czech Republic, Dobeš. How good is he, guys? How good is he? 4 games played in National Hockey League, 4 wins. No problem for Dobeš. 0.98 goals against average and 96.3 save percentage. Amazing numbers, guys. I mean, what to say about that? What to say about those numbers? Absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible from Dobeš. He is a beast. Can he become the next Carey Price, guys? I don't know, but he's pretty darn good based off on these 4 games. I'm really interested to see who will start tonight against Leafs. Probably Sam Montembeault. He has been pretty good this season as well. Save percentage of 900. Pretty good, I'll tell you that. Okay, guys, so let's look also at the Montreal Canadiens and their lineup. It is pretty good one. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Juraj Slafkovsky on that first line. And then we have second line, Kirby Dach, Alex Newhook, Patrick Laine. Very solid second line, especially Laine with his scoring, on the power play when he came back to the NHL. He has been amazing. Dach playing better after his injury as well. Alex Newhook. Then we have third line, Dvorak, Gallagher, Anderson. Fourth line, Jake Evans, Joel Armia, Michal Pezzetta. I like this offensive lineup, and they are still missing the injured player Emil Heinemann. So they are still missing him on defense. It's pretty solid as well when you look at that guy with number 48. Oh my Dave. What a player, Lane Hudson, one of the frontrunners for Calder Trophy. Who would have said that before the season? Well, probably Macklin Celebrini with Matvei Michkov were the 2 biggest favorites, and they still are one of the biggest favorites, but Lane Hudson definitely in there. And on some lists, he's right now the favorite. Mike Matheson, Alexander Carrier, Caden Gooley, Arbor Chekai, and David Savard. And we have been talking about Dobeš and Montembeault as well. Right now, it's about the Montreal Canadiens as a team. I have been listening to 32, the podcast, with Elliot Friedman, Kyle Bukowskis, and one of the recent pod actually had a title of "Are you a club or are you a team?" And I feel like Montreal Canadiens right now, they are playing like a team, real team. You could see the enthusiasm also with the coach Martin St. Louis congratulating his players after the win. It was a very viral video on social media by Montreal Canadiens, and definitely they are right now playing some amazing hockey. The only question is, guys, can this last? Can this last long enough so they will make the playoffs? I don't know, that's a good question. But right now, let's look at the standings of the Eastern Conference as it stands right now. So when we look at the standings of the Eastern Conference, here you go, the wild card. That's what we are looking at right now. Wild card of the Eastern Conference. You have Columbus. Oh my day, when we are talking about the teams in form, Columbus Blue Jackets, they have been on a roll of their own as well. Boston with 49 points, Ottawa 48, Montreal 48, Detroit 46, Philadelphia 46, Pittsburgh 46, and New York Rangers 45, guys. It's absolutely amazing, the parity in the NHL this season, and that amount of teams that are still in the playoff race at this point of the season. I know many guys, many analysts have been saying it, but I need to repeat it. This season is just absolutely great with this parity. You never know, almost nobody, a card maybe from Buffalo and I would say also New York Islanders, nobody apart from these two teams is out of the playoff picture as of right now. And if the Sabres or Islanders can make such a run like Montreal Canadiens or Columbus, you never know if even they could make a big comeback into the playoffs. You never know what will happen in the NHL this season, but definitely more Montreal Canadiens right now only 1 point away from the second wildcard spot. But look at that point percentage. They have better point percentage than Boston. They have 545 and Boston 533. So that's also very interesting, I think. Who would have said that before this season, that Montreal Canadiens, after more than half of the year, they would have a better point percentage than Boston? Montreal really, I remember just a few weeks ago, I was talking to my friends, to my colleagues, and we were saying like, no chance Montreal makes the playoffs this year. They will again just tank for the lottery and they will try to win the first overall pick. Well, it doesn't look like that anymore. They are in for the playoff hunt, and they definitely want to get in for their fans. So if you are the fans of the Montreal Canadiens, well, you are enjoying quite the time right now. So let's see how it will end tonight, Saturday night, under the lights in Bell Centre against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It does not get better than this. And also, I am a Slovakian. I am from Slovakia, Central Europe, so here in Slovakia, Juraj Slafkovský is one of the most popular figures. I'm not talking only about sports figures, but figures in general. He is almost on every single ad in television. I'm obviously making it a little bit more dramatic than it is, but he's really often on TV, very often, and he's very popular here in Slovakia, so that's why a lot of Slovakians are waking up in the middle of the night to watch Montreal Canadiens. So we as Slovakians are recently, I know a lot of my friends who have bought merchandise of Montreal Canadiens only because Juraj Slafkovský, and they are watching Montreal only because Juraj Slafkovský. So we in Slovakia would like to see a little bit more of a point production for Slafkovský. I mean, I know it hasn't been absolutely awful, but 41 games played, 5 goals, 19 assists, 24 points, -7. It's not bad, definitely not bad, but not absolutely super either. He's working hard behind the scenes, when the other guys were out in Salt Lake City for some quick walk. Juraj Slafkovský was working hard on the ice for his shot. He's working hard, he's a work hard. He got a goal in the last game against Dallas. I'm sure he will get better. And when Slafkovský will get better in his point production, Montreal will get even better as the season goes on. So let's hope that Slafkovský will get some better looks and some more goals and points in the rest of the season. Not only for us Slovakians, but also for the fans of Montreal Canadiens. Again, the great chase is on. News from the NHL, Alexander Ovechkin still fighting, still trying to catch Wayne Gretzky right now. He's only 21 goals away from making the history, but we have on this channel a great chase of our own. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and we cannot make it without you guys. So if you subscribe, I would really appreciate it. We are just over 800 subscribers away. Still a long road to go, but we can definitely make it if we will play as a team as Montreal Canadiens are playing right now. As we started, we will finish with the glorious look at the skyline of the Montreal, the beautiful town in Canada, where tonight there will be a huge battle. Toronto will come to Bell Centre to play the in-form Habs. Go Habs go, I guess. And how do you say it in French? Hey, Elliot, how do you say go Habs go in French? Elliot?
This video was brought to you by Paul's Hockey Channel, your trusted source of NHL news. Subscribe and turn on notifications bell in order not to miss future uploads. Enjoy the content and stay safe.